Hello, you're welcome to Sports News Today, where we bring you all the latest news in sports updates. And remember, this program is proudly brought to you by Chris's Kitchen, Edianapa, and also Human's Clothing. So maybe you're looking for your finest clothing line, then you want to contact Human's Clothing. Their numbers are rolling down the screen. So the 2023-2024 football season kicked off in La Liga as Almeria hosted Rayo Vallecano. At the end of the day, the scores was 0-2 as Rayo Vallecano won that particular fixture. Sevilla also hosted Valencia at the home grounds. At the end of the day, Valencia was able to win that match. So the scores was 1-2. Real Sociedad also played Girona at their home grounds, where they both scored a 1-1 goal. So at the end of the day, the scores was 1-1. Las Palmas also played Mallorca. It looks as if the draw games were doubled over there, as Las Palmas and Mallorca also scored 1-1 goal each, drawing and then having a tie over there. Elsewhere, Athletic Club and Real Madrid also played, where Jude Bellingham, a new signing from Borussia Dortmund, netted a goal. At the end of the day, the score line was Athletic Club 0, Real Madrid 2. Real Madrid securing their first win in their 2023-2024 football campaign. Celta also hosted Osasuna at their home grounds. At the end of the day, the scores was 0-2 as Osasuna won that particular fixture. Villarreal also played Betis, where at the end of the first half, the scores was 1-1. But Real Betis came into the second half and then scored a goal which separated the two halves, as Real Betis won that particular fixture at the home grounds of Villarreal. Getafe, as you know, played Barcelona also in the round 1 of the La Liga. At the end of the day, the scores was Getafe 0, Barcelona also 0. Both teams had red cards. Getafe had a red card and Barcelona also had a red card. Barcelona had theirs first though, and then in the second half, Getafe also had a red card. So at the end of the day, nobody was able to score a goal. The score line was 0-0. Getafe 0, Barcelona 0. Cadiz also hosted Seriea, where at the end of the day, the scores was 1-0. Cadiz securing their first win in their campaign. Atletico Madrid also played with Granada, where at the end of the day, the scores was 3-1. Atletico Madrid 3 and Granada 1. So now let's look at what happened in the second round of the La Liga. So in the second round of the La Liga, so Real Madrid again played against Almeria, where again Jude Bellingham, their new signing, also scored 2 goals, making sure that Real Madrid triumphant over Almeria. Real Sociedad also played with Celta Vigo. At the end of the day, the scores was 1-1. Valencia also played with Las Palmas, and at the end of the day, the scores was 1-0. Mallorca hosted Villarreal, and after their defeat by Real Betis in the round 1, Villarreal went to Mallorca and then secured their first win of the 2023-2024 La Liga season. Where elsewhere, Betis and Atletico Madrid played, where they both drew. Seriea also played Sevilla, as Granada played Rayo Vallecano. So now let's look at their standings at the end of the round 2 of the La Liga. Now, Real Madrid is topping the league with 6 points, played 2 games, and the goal difference is +4, followed by Valencia, also 6 points. Girona followed up with also 4 points. and FC Barcelona after drawing their first game and then winning their second. They also have 4 points and they secure the 4th position in the La Liga table. Atletico Madrid also have 5, securing the 5th position with 4 points as well. Rayo Vallecano also have 3 points at the 6th position. Real Betis follows up with 4 points. Athletic Club with 4 points. Osasuna with 3. Villarreal with 3 points. Cadiz also have 3 points. Real Sociedad with 2 points. Real Mallorca who has 1 point. Las Palmas also with a single point. Ceuta with a single point. Getafe, after the draw that they had with Barcelona, they have a single point. Where Almeria, Granada, Alaves and Sevilla all have 0 points at the end of the round 2 of the La Liga. So this is how La Liga went so far. Now quickly let's look at the goal scoring charts. So as far as the La Liga is concerned, Jude Bellingham, the man, is on 2 goals. Christian Stuani also has 2 goals. And Ferran Torres, the Barcelona forward, so far have a single goal. Robert Lewandowski is yet to find a net of in this campaign. So we are looking forward for the forward also to score his first goal in this campaign for FC Barcelona. Alright, now we move on to the English Premier League, where Manchester City visited Burnley on the first day and secured their first win after they scored 3 goals. Burnley having a red card. Arsenal also secured their first win after scoring Nottingham Forest at the home grounds. At the end of the day, the scores was Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Sheffield United also hosted Crystal Palace as the Ghanaian international Jordan Ayew made an assist for Crystal Palace to win. At the end of the day, the scores was Sheffield United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Brighton also hosted Luton. At the end of the day, Brighton scored 4 and Luton scored only 1. Everton also played Fulham. Fulham winning that particular fixture with a 1-0. Bournemouth and West Ham scored 1-1 goals each and drew a tie in that particular fixture. Whereas Newcastle also hosted Aston Villa. Newcastle scoring 5 goals. Aston Villa only being able to score 1 goal. Brentford 2, Tottenham 2 at the home grounds of Brentford. Chelsea and Liverpool also drew as they both scored 1-1. Whereas Manchester United hosted Wolves and won the game by a single goal, 2-0. Now let's look at what happened in the round of 2. Nottingham Forest played Sheffield United. After their loss to Arsenal, they came back to win 2-1 against Sheffield United. Of course, Luton and Burnley, the match has been postponed. Fulham played Brentford as Brentford scored 3-0. Fulham having a red card in that particular fixture. Wolves also played Brighton as Brighton scored 4 and Wolves scoring 1. Also, Wolves had a red card. Liverpool had a red card as they hosted Bournemouth, but however was able to win that game 3-1. Tottenham also played Manchester United as Tottenham scored 2 and Manchester United not able to score a single goal. Tottenham winning that particular fixture with a 2-0. Manchester City hosted Newcastle as Manchester City securing their second win in this 2023-2024 EPL season. 1-0 was the scores at the end of the day. Now Aston Villa also won 4-0 against Everton, West Ham and Chelsea. West Ham scoring 3 goals as Chelsea was able to score a single goal. Crystal Palace and Arsenal upcoming. Now let's look at how the goal scorers chart looks like at the end of match day. Match day 2. So Erling Haaland, of course, is in the chart with 2 goals. Alexander Isak, the Newcastle forward, also having 2 goals in that particular chart, and Solly Match also having 2 goals. Now this is how it looks like with the goal scorers charts. Now let's go to how the standings are looking like. Alright, so when you go to the standings, Brighton is winning, is leading now with 6 points after match day, after playing 2 games. Manchester City follows up with 6 points after playing 2 games. Now Brentford having 4 points, and at the 3rd position, Liverpool at the 4th position with 4 points. And now let's look at the bottom 4 of the English Premier League. Everton is last with 0 points as they lost both of their games. Barely yet to play a single match, but securing the 18th position with 0 points for now. Now Wolves also losing both of their matches, so they also have 0 points. Now quickly let's look at the French League 1, where Kylian Mbappe has found her scoring boots again. So at match day 1, Nice played with Lille, where the scores were 1-1. Olympique Marseille played with Reims, where the scores were 2-1. Now PSG hosted Lorient. At the end of the day, the scores was 0-0. Brest also hosted Lens in their home grounds, and the scores was 3-2. Montpellier also hosting Le Havre, and at the end of the day, the scores was 2-2. And Nantes also hosted Toulouse. At the end of the day, Toulouse securing their first win of the campaign. The Clements also hosted Mohamed Saliou's AS Monaco, as AS Monaco was able to win 4-2 against Clement Foot. Rennes also hosted Metz and scored 5-1 as they won that particular fixture. Elsewhere, where Strasbourg also hosted Olympique Lyon, and at the end of the day, the scores was 2-1. Now let's look at what happened on match day 2 in the French League 1. Now Metz hosted Olympique Marseille after they had a red card. The scores were 2-2. They were able to hold them to a tie. Now Olympique Lyon also played Montpellier. Unfortunately, they also had a red card, so Montpellier was able to win that particular fixture with a 4-1. Toulouse also played with Paris Saint-Germain, where Kylian Mbappe's goal made the scores 1-1 for the Paris. Los Lille also played with Nantes. At the end of the day, although Lille had a red card, they were able to secure their first win. Their second win actually with a 2-0 scoreline. Le Havre also hosted Brest, as Brest won that particular fixture with a 2-1 scoreline. Reims also hosted Clement Foot, as Reims triumphant with a 2-0 score line. Lorient also played with Nice, as at the end of the day, the scores were 1-1. AS Monaco securing their second win of the campaign after scoring 3-0 against Strasbourg at their home grounds. Now Lens and Rennes play as it stands in the 64th minute, and the scoreline is 1-1. Now quickly, let's look at the standings after match day 2. AS Monaco leads Mohamed Saliou's AS Monaco leads the French League 1 with 6 points after playing 2 matches. Now Brest also follows after playing 2 matches. They also have 6 points. Reims with 4 points, and Montpellier with 4 points. And let's look at what is happening at the down there. Strasbourg, Nice, and Lorient all having 3-2 points respectively. So this is what is going on in the English Premier League and the French Ligue 1. Next, we move on to the Italian Serie A, where a lot is going on there. Now to the Italian Serie A. Empoli hosted Verona. At the end of the day, Verona securing their first win of their campaign with a 1-0 scoreline. Frozen also played Napoli, where the Nigerian Victor Osimhen scored to ensure that Napoli secured their first win. The scores was 3-1. Genoa also played Fiorentina. Fiorentina securing their first win in that particular fixture with a 4-1. Inter Milan also played Monza, where at the end of the day Inter scored 2. Monza was not able to score a single goal. Atalanta also went and visited Sassuolo and also secured their first win of their campaign with a 2-0 scoreline. Roma sat home and welcomed Salernitana, where at the end of the day they both scored 2-2. Lis plays Lazio at halftime. Lazio is winning 1-0. Udinese and Juventus are also playing in the home grounds of Udinese, where the scoreline is 3-0. Let's wait and see how their particular fixture will also go. And now we move on to the German Bundesliga. But before, let's look at how the Italian Serie A goal scorers chart is looking like. Lautaro Martinez have 2 goals, as well as Victor Osimhen, who also have 2 goals, followed by Andrea Belotti, also on 2 goals for AS Roma. Alright, so we move to the German Bundesliga and let's look at the events that are happening over there and how they are also kicking off their 2023-2024 season. So at round 1, Bremen welcomed Bayern Munich, where Bayern Munich secured their first win of their campaign after scoring 4-0. Stuttgart also sat home and welcomed Bochum and scored 5-0. At the end of the day, Stuttgart scored 5 and Bochum was not able to score a single goal. Wolfsburg also securing their first win. Wolfsburg 2, Heidenheim 0. Now, elsewhere, Augsburg and Magdeburg, Borussia Mönchengladbach also played 4-4, where they drew in their particular fixture. Hoffenheim also welcomed Freiburg as the visitors secured their first win with a 2-1 score line. Bayer Leverkusen, the Marcos Alonso coach, were played against Leipzig, where they were able to secure their first win. Leipzig 3, RB Leipzig 2. Bayer Leverkusen 3, RB Leipzig 2. Now Borussia Dortmund also welcomed Köln, where they were able to win that particular fixture with a single goal. Dortmund 1, Köln 0. Whereas Union Berlin also scored 4 at home against Mainz 05. Frankfurt also welcomed Darmstadt to their home ground, and at the end of the day, the scores was 1-0. Upcoming fixture that you're supposed to look up to, look forward to. Leipzig plays Stuttgart at their home grounds. Bochum also will play Borussia Dortmund, as Darmstadt will play Union Berlin, and Freiburg also play Bremen, as well as some more other fixtures. Now let's quickly look at how the Bundesliga standings are looking like at the end of match day 1. Alright, so Stuttgart, just because they were able to score 5-0 in their first game, are leading the league now with 3 points, and their goals are 5-0, followed by Bayern Munich also on 3 points, Union Berlin on 3 points, Wolfsburg on 3 points, Bayer Leverkusen with 3 points, and Freiburg on 3, Dortmund on 3, Frankfurt on 3, and now followed by Borussia Mönchengladbach on one, Augsburg on one, Leipzig, RB Leipzig, yet to get a point in their campaign. All right, so this is how it looks like in the German Bundesliga. We'll come your way with some other fixtures later on.